Welcome, everybody, to DeStefaknow's Magic, where every episode is a journey into the enchanting world of Disney. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Nicole.
We're back.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It has been so long since we've done a podcast because we actually went on our vacation.
Yeah.
And we came back, and it is the biggest weekend in Disney.
I know.
Maybe the biggest weekend in Disney history.
It's been the biggest park news I think they've ever had in park history.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The amount of stuff they announced at D23, and we're going to cover what happened for Disney World. We are more of a Disney World podcast until we go to Disneyland.
Right. We're more Orlando-based news because that's where we go. It's where we follow. It's what we know. But, I mean, D23 was in California.
Yes.
So it was a 3-hour difference. But I knew they weren't going to come till later. But like 1 o'clock in the morning, we were up. And
cheering.
I wasn't even, And that's late for me.
That's really late. I mean, I just had gotten home from my second job at like 12:30.
Yeah.
We showered and was like, yeah, let's go. But it was awesome, an amazing weekend. But before we get into anything about D23, we have some housekeeping to take care of. If you want to follow us on any platform, DeStefaknow's Magic, we have a Patreon. Follow the link. We're having exclusive content. We shot 6 vlogs when we were away, and you guys will get early access to every single one of those vlogs. We have 2 Creators Corners episodes coming up, Theme Park Foodies in August, and then Sage from All Ears. All Ears returns in September. We're working on more potential guests for season 2 of Creators Corner, but we have a lot of ideas, discussions that I started doing. The live show will be back. I'm going to say September because my schedule for the next 3 weeks
is crazy.
Is insane.
Yeah.
Our schedule for the vlogging was insane. I want to talk a little bit about that before we get into D23. We got to stay at the Riviera.
Yes. I mean, how many did we say we wanted to do going?
10.
But it was, it's hot. Florida's a different beast than the summer. And we only did have, we did the one that we set. Did we say the one that we did?
The vlogging around the world?
Yeah. No, the other one. Never
Have I ever.
Yeah, we did that one. I don't know if you told the
Yeah, we're doing Never Have I Ever.
So
we took their suggestions.
But that took a whole day.
3 parks.
I mean,
2 resorts.
Right. So that was one full day.
Monorail down.
Right.
But we stayed at the Riviera, and I would tell you that it is 100% the vibe is immaculate. It's 100% my favorite resort to stay at. Adults.
Creme de la creme. I mean, literally from the quick service to the sit down to just a grab and go. I mean, I got the bolognese and I was gambling because I was craving pasta and it ended up being so good.
It was so good. And the pizza was decent.
Yeah. Which
is Florida pizza being decent is mind blowing.
I'm blown away. They gave us nice plates and silverware. They had people come clean it off your plate. It was immaculate.
Yeah, it was awesome. The Riviera is amazing. And then we stayed at the boardwalk, and the boardwalk was fun. We ate at Le Cellier. You guys are going to see so much, and you got to, when you're watching these vlogs over the next 7 weeks, remember that this was recorded in 3 days.
Right.
It was a lot.
Full. We went hard.
We went hard, and then we're going back in just 1 month time for Food and Wine and Not So Scary, which Not So Scary started the same day D23 started.
Yes, and there's villains all over the park, and the hitchhiking, the Hatbox Ghost. Is it Hatbox Ghost?
No, the Headless Horseman.
No, from Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, Hatbox Ghost.
No, I don't think it's him. It's the 3 ghosts.
The 3 ghosts. Yeah, yes. The crew. They're walking around.
I am so excited. They weren't there last year.
No, I saw them wandering around Tiana's on Instagram.
And we have to narrow down what food we're going to try because there's over 40 things, I think.
I know. It's a lot. So I'm super excited to do that. And we're talking about Not So Scary, right? And I don't want to lead with it, but I do want to mention that D23, we got the big announcement that everyone thought we were not going to get.
Right.
Villains Land is coming to Magic Kingdom.
Right.
We're going to talk more about that a little bit later in the show, but that is going to be the main topic of this show because I never thought that would come to fruition. I honestly thought it was going to be Frozen or a Disney fantasy, the one in Tokyo.
Fantasy Springs. I really thought, I think honestly, he teased it 2 years ago at the D23. And then I thought it would be too scary and then he wouldn't do it. But then Epic Universe is they are coming out with bangers. And I feel
They're
like
testing flying dragons.
right, like Disney doesn't really have anything that's like geared towards that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, they have like not like scary, but like seeing how they've done the lands, and we're going to get into this later, but the Galaxy's Edge, the Toy Story land, the new land that's coming, which you'll find out after this break.
Yeah.
Just knowing that they're going to do this take on it, they are going to knock this out of the park. Like, it is going to be crazy. I really thought it was going to be Arendelle.
I really thought it was going to be like princess themed.
Yeah. Or Disney Fantasy Springs, or with Rapunzel, with Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
And I would have been great with that because I always said Magic Kingdom's your princess park.
Right.
But what makes the princess is the villain.
Right. Like when it started last night, the opening credits and the music started on Horizons, it was Be Our Guest. And I was like, oh, we're getting Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Like that's where my mind went. But
we were wrong.
I mean, I was wrong, but I'm glad I'm wrong. I cannot believe we're getting a Villain's Land.
Yeah, we're getting a Villain's Land. The only thing I want to mention about Disneyland, shout out to Disneyland.
Mama.
It's finally happening.
Coco.
It is happening. Coco's getting a ride.
But wait, I always knew that it will go to Disneyland.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I feel like it's Coco's home. They have so much more.
Ernesto de la Cruz is
So
there.
much more Coco representation at that park.
Yep.
Nothing. I mean, we have a Miguel in the cavalcade.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. You have the statue at Epcot. You have a little bit of the Remember Me shrine in the temple in Mexico.
Right.
But besides that, there is no representation. But this is why Disney does what it does, right? We are annual pass holders for Disney World. All of our podcasts are about Disney World. I am going to buy a plane ticket within the first month that ride opens, and I'm going to ride that ride.
It looks like a basic generic Disney boat ride kind of thing, you know, but it will have the latest animatronics. So that's going to be bomb. That's
going to be crazy. I'm super excited. So shout out to them. But one thing, you know, we're surprised with Villain's Land, right? We're surprised that that's happening. We knew about Pirates Tavern coming.
Ooh,
so there's a lot of like cool stuff that we knew. There's cool stuff that we rumored that came true. But the next thing we're going to talk about after this short break caught everybody.
Wasn't on anybody's radar.
By surprise. And we'll talk about it right after this break.
So this next thing really, really threw me for a loop. This was on nobody's radar at all. Like there was no rumors of anything. This was kept quiet, like amazing.
We thought Hollywood Studios was done.
Done. I didn't even know Hollywood Studios was even a concept for anything.
No.
Like Billy Crystal came out and I was like, wait a minute, this is strange.
Mike Wazowski.
Why is Monsters Inc. coming out? And then I was thinking, oh, maybe we're going to get that ride they have in Tokyo, that little shooting ride.
Yeah.
But then, whoa, a whole new Monsters Inc. land.
Monsters Inc. land is coming to Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios is now moving up and up and up and up. The cool thing about this ride, it is Disney's first suspended roller coaster. Now, if you watch Monsters Inc., you see them flying through the doors.
Yes.
It's going to be like unbelievable. They shared the model art today. It looks crazy. You know, it's probably going to be a little bit dark in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be like a dark inside ride, but oh my God.
The concept art to it, oh my goodness. Like this ride has all the elements to be the best coaster they have done.
Yes.
I think.
And it's a new technology. And you know when Disney, well, it's not a new technology. It's a new technology for Disney. But you know when they do a new technology, they advance it.
All right.
You know, they take a ride like Space Mountain and they advance it to Guardians with now you're spinning as you're like,
1000%.
They're going to take this suspended coaster and it's going to, you know, they said you're going to drop off the doors. Like,
I don't even know. Who knows? They are the way that they're going to do this. I'm sure it's going to be like nothing they have.
Yeah. I wonder where it's going now.
I don't know, but Hollywood Studios, I mean, I know it wasn't anywhere on like anything that we were going to get, but they need something. So I am happy. I feel like Hollywood Studios doesn't know what they're doing. And this kind of brings it in a little bit to the movies.
Well, that's what I feel like. It's going to be the land of, you know, the movies. It's going to be movie land, right? Which Hollywood Studios is. It used to be production sets. They used to film stuff there. So, like, I get that. And I'm glad, like, people are like, well, it doesn't really have an identity. Well, the identity is you can go to Toy Story Land. You can go to Monsters Inc. Land. You can go to Galaxy's Edge.
Right.
It is like you're in the movie.
Exactly.
Like, you're a part in the movie. They're going to have, I think, 2 Monsters Inc. rides or just one?
Just
Because then
one.
they say
Well,
one
only
was going to
show
be
the
more
coaster.
kids, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Or was that
Maybe.
for Cars?
That's Cars.
Cars. But Monsters Inc. Land, I
mean, they
personally
only
think
shared-
it's probably going to go, I think we might be saying bye to the Muppets. Personally, that's what I think. But there is more land that they don't use back there that's been closed off.
Oh, there's like a whole back that they don't use.
Yeah.
Is that what it's rumored to be? Muppets?
No,
Is that what people are
they
saying?
thought, like, people are like, where's it going to go? A lot of
Oh,
people are
yeah.
saying probably where the Muppets are because they're not as popular. But I don't think they're going to
don't
do
know.
the
They're-
Muppets like that because they do have a cult following.
They're a fan favorite.
Why not just, and it's a cool place to relax because it's like the only place in Hollywood Studios where it's not like a bunch of people. You can
Yeah.
get, Galaxy's Edge is always crowded. Toy Story Land's always crowded. Mickey and Minnie's is right on the main drag.
Mm-hmm.
By going in that little corner back there with the Muppets, it gives you kind of a break where you can chill.
There's some dead space back there that never opened from COVID,
Yeah.
like restaurants and stuff. So I think that's possibly it.
Another thing coming to Hollywood Studios is the Ariel show. They have finally
well, it's
announced
coming
it. They
back.
showed the concept art. It looks like it's going to be like a live musical.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's going to be like kind of like Frozen in Hollywood Studios, which is fine. Again, you're in the showbiz. It's the movies, Beauty and the Beast, Frozen.
Right.
You know, it fits. It fits 100%.
Like the cruise shows, I feel like that's what that'll be like.
Yeah, it won't be like an hour long, but it'll be like a 20-minute, like the Beauty and the Beast, like that I love so much. I think it's going to be good. But that's coming to Hollywood Studios. So like Hollywood Studios is a park where we walked into this weekend. You're not thinking anything's happening there. You're like, you just got Toy Story
All
Land.
you're thinking about is Beyond Big Thunder.
Yeah.
If you're a Disney fan, that was teased 2 years ago. You're waiting to hear. And all of the developments are not blue sky. Everything, they already broke ground on all this stuff.
Yeah, this is not like,
So this is all in the works and it's happening.
Yeah, this isn't an idea anymore.
Confirmed.
This is like blueprint.
Yes.
Plans. Speaking of blueprint, there was one blueprint that we saw that didn't come to fruition this year. The Moana boat ride. I still think it happens. I think that they're going to wait until all these other lands are done. Moana is having a second movie come out. It's going to be successful. They're having a live action come out, but she just got Journey of Water. So let's people enjoy that. Speaking of Epcot, nothing for Epcot.
Just that bar, just the lounge.
The lounge, Spaceship
Which
Earth.
is awesome. We
Yeah,
always
so
like to luxuriate.
Spaceship Earth is getting a lounge, which will be pretty cool.
And the test track reimagining the ride.
Yeah.
But no, Epcot has gone through.
They got
they've gotten
Guardians,
stuff.
but they
Ratatouille.
yeah, but then they had all that new land open up where
Well, that's
kind of a
dud,
waste
but
of space
yeah.
right now. You can turn it into something cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it time because I do think they'll have concerts and vendors. I think they're going to make it cool. I don't think it's going to look like a cafeteria and Communicore all the time. If it does,
We'll see.
that's a waste of space and a waste of 4 years. And I'm not a Disney negative person,
Right.
but we walked in there and we went,
Only because the concept art. That's what But I
Yeah.
know when they tease concept art for the lands, they're not.
I mean, Galaxy's Edge was
Galaxy's Edge was Galaxy's Edge on point. Like Villain's Land, if you can, it's just going to be like, I can't. All the Easter eggs coming out about it already.
Yep. Yeah, and Test Track actually has an opening date
Yeah,
of 2025. So 2025 Test Track, they have new cars. The new cars look cool. They're going to have a new story. Another thing that's getting a new story in Hollywood Studios is Mandalorian Smuggler's Run will now have Baby Yoda, Grogu, and the Mandalorian. So they're teaming up with Epic Games, which is huge. And if you're a video game player, like Epic Games,
it's like
the Unreal Engine is like the best. They do Fortnite, but like they started with like Gears of War, and Gears of War was like so ahead of its time that I feel like this is going to be the most interactive, realistic, like ride that you can do with a screen. I think it's going to be that good.
Yeah.
But that's going to be super cool. I feel like Smuggler's Run, you did it twice. You've done it 100 times.
I've never done it.
So now you change it to the Mandalorian, which is super, super popular right now.
People love that, yeah.
So that's happening. We know the Monsters Inc. thing is happening. That construction starts in 2025.
Right.
So we're not
when are
waiting that
these-
long.
When are these all projected, though?
2029, they said everything should be done. Everything that they announced should be done. So now I want to talk real quick before we get into the Magic Kingdom, because Magic Kingdom is basically
Our home
revamping
base,
a bunch
yeah.
of stuff, right? So Animal Kingdom is going to have a new show with Zootopia, which is going to be awesome.
Is that going into A Bug's Life?
Everyone thinks it's going to be tough to be a bug, but it says in the tree of life to open next winter. So that's what it's rumored. It could change, but 100% Zootopia show coming, which makes sense, right? It makes sense because we thought a Zootopia land would be coming, but instead we're getting the Tropical America's land, and it's to be called Pueblo Esperanza. It will include a new quick service restaurant and a carousel. It also will have Indiana Jones taking over Dinosaur with a completely new story. It takes place in an ancient Mayan temple. It's the same ride vehicle as Dinosaur, but 11 acres of Dinoland is transforming into Tropical Americas, and we can still experience Dinosaur a bit longer. I think that's going to be the last thing they close. Now, if you know us, you know we love our Encanto. Oh, we talk about Bruno here. The first ever Encanto theme ride.
Yes. And I said this from the beginning. I said it's going to be a magical casita, and that's what it's going to be. An interactive, I think it's a boat ride too, right?
You're inside the casita. Antonio has just received a special gift, and his room has transformed into a rainforest where we want to explore. I think it's going to be your traditional boat ride. The colors, the animals, the music.
I'm hype.
Give it to me.
Yep.
Give it to me. Like, not even like the queue's going to be the casita too, probably, which is so awesome.
Magical house. Imagine what Disney's going to do with that. The Imagineers.
Exactly.
Like, I can't even imagine.
Like, so Animal Kingdom got some love.
So we were like, wait, carousel?
Yeah, like the carousel throws me off.
Love that.
But it's going to feature animals from Disney movies, which is going to be cute.
Right. And I think it's for the littles
it
too.
Is.
Like,
because now you're going to have the Indiana Jones ride, which even if I'm not a fan of Indiana Jones, I'm going to go on the ride.
Right. I mean, I've never rode Dinosaur.
I know.
A lot of people are really sad about Dino Land.
Yeah, but
you know,
I get it. I'm not a fan of it, but I get it. But I think everything that's coming there is huge. It's going to make Animal Kingdom not a half-day park, not a skippable
it's
park.
Bring it in. Their park tickets are going to be raised, like the Genie there. Oh, not Genie. The Lightning Lane. Everything is going to want people to go. Who's not going to want to go to an Encanto casita?
Yeah.
Like,
Encanto alone is going to sell that park.
Yep.
And then you have more shows now.
Yeah.
And
Dino Land is just a dead area. Nobody goes. I'm sorry.
Unless you go to Dinosaur.
You know, and no hate, but it's just like sometimes Disney fans are just like a little hard with change.
Yeah.
Like, just embrace it and evolve with the new technology, because that looks like a local fair.
Yeah, it does. It does. It looks like a fair.
Yeah.
It does. But Animal Kingdom got some love.
And I'm happy. But we knew that. That was confirmed.
Yeah.
But he told us what we were getting.
And we saw the 3D scale today.
Right.
So that's huge.
So
Animal Kingdom got a lot of love.
Mm-hmm. I think all of us Disney World fans were just waiting on all this Magic Kingdom news.
And that's what we're going to be talking about, because Magic Kingdom got the most love.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about it right after this break. We finally figured out what's going beyond Big Thunder. And I'm not going to lie. At first, the announcement, I wasn't the happiest. I'm not a crazy Cars person. But now that I know that Villains Land is coming, I like the Cars idea.
Yeah.
I don't get why you're going to add another car ride when you have Tomorrowland Speedway.
Oh, but you have to see the ride that they have at DCA.
It looks awesome.
No, it really does fit right into Frontierland. And it looks fine.
Yeah.
Like, I never watched it until I saw a vlog
It's
the other
probably
day.
not like the Tomorrowland where you're like, dude.
No, you're like on the ride, and then you match up with the car next to you and you race to see who's going to win.
Oh, see, that's
if
fun.
If they do that, I think they're going to do the same ride.
Yeah. They said it's going to be reimagined. One ride will be Thrilling Through the Mountains.
That'll be for the older.
So that'll be fun. And then you have one ride that's family friendly. Construction begins next year. Well, no duh, because they're about to put the walls up for the Big Thunder refurb anyway.
Right.
So everything we thought about the walls going up is going to probably mean...
Like after this year, you mean? Or like when's it happen?
Begins next year.
January?
Yeah, probably 2025. So yeah. But there's 2 Cars attractions coming. And rumored today, and I don't know if this is 100% true, Tom Sawyer Island is gone. And the riverboat is good.
Sorry, not sorry. I
The
don't
riverboat's
know.
cool. We did Tom Sawyer's Island for the first time, and I get why people are like, don't do it. But at the same token,
I'm
it's like,
claustrophobic.
how many times have you went to Tom Sawyer's Island? To me, that's a little bit of a waste of space.
I don't think anyone's going and saying that's a must do.
No,
Like
it's just
for me, we were going in these little caves, and I'm claustrophobic. It was a no-go for me from the start.
yeah. You could put something a lot cooler there. So
Yeah.
I get it, but use your land to your advantage and make it worth it. I don't know what's going to go there. I don't know how they're going to do it. Maybe they're building over the water, and the Cars ride will go over the. Like you don't know what they're going to
there's
do.
like a huge waterfall, I think, in DCA.
Yeah, so you don't know what they're going to do. But I'm excited for the Cars right now. At first, I thought that was going to be the only announcement. And then the more they started announcing again for Disneyland, because their Avengers Campus is sick, by the way.
Is it? I
Oh,
wasn't
my
really paying
God.
attention.
It's going to be awesome. Like a Spider-Man ride.
That's coming to California? I thought
yeah.
it was Tokyo.
No, and a Stark Industry
wow.
ride.
Oh, that one that goes like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun.
So that looks amazing, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, so we got Cars. That was hard to digest a little bit.
Concept art's really cool too, though.
I know. I don't hate it, but like,
We're not
I was
the
like,
Cars family.
Arendelle, Villains Land, Tokyo Disney Spring, like Fantasy Springs, like that in my head. So when they announced that and everyone's like, that's what's Beyond Big Thunder, I'm like, is that really what's Beyond Big Thunder?
I knew it. Nope.
And before we get into what's Beyond Big Thunder and we talk about the Villains Land coming, there's a tavern coming to Magic Kingdom.
Pirates is one of my favorite rides.
It's my favorite ride.
To be able to drink or have a cocktail, a lounge in Magic Kingdom,
Yep.
pirate themed, it's awesome. I can't wait. And the concept art looks beautiful.
It's going to be so cool.
With
And
drunken pirates, maybe, or I don't know.
Jack Sparrow walking around.
I can't wait.
Like you're going to do so much there.
Yeah.
And that, again, I think is that going where Tortuga Tavern is? Have they announced it?
I don't know. They said where,
But
I don't
I'm
know.
thinking-
it's coming by 2025.
I think next year. Yeah. So that's going to be like the restaurants and like the lounges are the easiest stuff to do because a lot of the stuff probably has bones already. So you don't have to do the structures. You just have to do the inside.
Right.
But for me, that's super cool because there's not many spots to just have a drink. Like you can get a drink at Be Our Guest.
Right.
But what if I just want to have a drink and sit there and, enjoy pirate music and, like have a cool little lounge? This is going to be perfect.
Yes.
And it's needed because Pirates gets love because it's basically one of the most popular rides there. But there's not a lot of other representation of Pirates.
No, like Tortuga Tavern, nobody went to.
No.
Like it was a dead space for a while. So this will pack the people in.
It's a welcoming thing.
I feel like it's going to be like another Trader Sam's, hard to get into.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when it first opens.
Yeah.
So also it helps disperse people to that side of the park, Adventureland.
Well, that was the problem. Like when Splash was closed, like everybody was going over to like Tron and like it was, there wasn't like other areas were crowded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Big Thunder people would go, but then why else are you staying there? Frontierland needs love.
Frontierland needs
love. So
love.
like I'm not crazy about Cars, but I am happy. I mean, it'll look cute. Disney doesn't do anything.
It's going to go with the theming.
It definitely goes with the theming. So Cars was thrown around, wasn't it? And
Cars
like the
was.
Woody ride.
Cars and Woody were thrown around.
Right. So I mean,
So like I said, it was two things that were
and I
rumored that came true.
think it's cute because like little boys, they love cars, and there's not much for little boys in, Magic Kingdom.
No, not really. Not at all.
So
you have Pirates, you have Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, no, you have Ariel, Be Our Guest, like you have all this girl stuff. So I think
Magic Kingdom should be the Princess Park, but I do think by adding cars, and I don't think it's just boys will have fun. I think Ella's going to have a blast.
Girls are too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it just gives you more. Okay, it's not a princess,
and it's everyone's favorite land over in DCA.
Yeah,
Cars Land, and they're not even
Springs is a ride, right?
Yeah, they're not even like big Cars fans at all.
They said you could go through somewhere and then go through the city. Is that what they said? Or no?
I don't know.
Or was that for Spider-Man? I don't know. It was
my
like
TV was
12:30 at night.
The Magic Kingdom.
It was lagging.
Well, it was lagging during the Monsters Inc. and Cars.
Yeah.
It was fine during the Villains.
Yeah. I'm super, super excited for the Cars ride now because I know that Villains Land is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And after this short break, we're getting into it. We're going head first to talk about Villains Land, what we expect, how excited we are, because this is a groundbreaking announcement. This is something that I never thought would happen. So let's talk about it right after this break.
Okay, biggest news of the night. I mean, I was shook. I knew he wasn't going to end on that Deadpool skit. And then when he came in when Maleficent went on the screen, I mean, and then when he confirmed it was coming to Magic Kingdom, I go back and listen to the crowd erupt.
Yeah.
Like insane.
It's like when you're passionate about something, like we are about
Disney World. These are the biggest
World.
Disney fans in the world at this expo.
But when we're watching it even,
and
you're passionate about something, and you think that there's little to no hope of this happening, and then they announce it's happening, it proves two things. One, that never count Disney out, because I do think, as much as I don't think it's a response to Epic Universe, I think that they wanted to give the fans
what they wanted.
And they wanted something different. So Disney's always evolving, right? The easiest thing would have been, and I was down for it, to recreate Arendelle like you did.
But see, I'm happy we're not copy and pasting. I'm so happy we're getting a whole new land just for Orlando.
Yep.
Because I feel like we don't get a lot of love that way.
No.
Like you had Fantasy Springs, you had Arendelle open. Like we didn't have anything. We had Star Wars.
Yeah.
But Magic Kingdom, I didn't want something. I mean, I would have been happy with whatever. But Villains Land was way down on my list.
Yeah, I didn't think it was happening.
I didn't think it was because I really didn't think they would have went that route with like spooky, scary stuff. I mean, I don't think it's Disney scary. It's not scary. But
when you look at the concept art, though, they said there's going to be 2 rides.
Well, they did confirm 2 attractions.
Dining, and
shopping. Right. But you know Disney. They're going to pipe in that eerie, suspenseful, like, music.
It's going to feel dark.
I mean, you know when Disney does a land, just a queue, you feel like you are in that land. Mm-hmm. Like you are transformed to another world.
Yep.
And they do that better than anybody.
The perfect example, haven't been to Galaxy's Edge, though.
Right. Like I haven't been to Universal, so I can't say that. But Disney, when they do stuff, they do it right. And I am just so excited to, like, it was very dark, the concept art, but people are picking it apart. Like they're showing the coaster.
In a good way.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, like coaster, Easter eggs, I mean.
It looks like a coaster goes underground.
Yeah, not picking it apart in a bad way. They're like Easter eggs. Disney's not dumb. They release things and then they know people are going to like dissect it. You know?
Like it looks like the roller coaster goes like underground.
Underground. I don't know if it's water or if it's just like glow in the dark. I don't know. It looks insane.
But it looks like a Maleficent ride.
Like there's a dragon back there. It looks like it goes. I literally don't know.
I can't wait.
The castle up at the top. Whose is that?
I think that's Maleficent.
Is it Maleficent?
The thing that I'm excited about now is now we know it's coming.
If Gaston gets some love, Ursula, they said poor unfortunate souls. My head's spinning. I don't know.
Next year, though, they'll probably say,
Haiti.
This is what it looks like.
Right.
So this is like.
Or no, confirm what is coming.
Yeah, 4 years out. Mm-hmm. Next year, they go, this is what the ride is. Mm-hmm. This is the concept for the ride that's going there.
Right.
The next year, this is the restaurant. They can slowly build this up.
I know.
To get people super excited. Every year, get more and more excited. And I said, you can go back and watch an episode. The villains are getting a lot of love. The villains are getting a lot of love.
We're getting a lot of love.
You know, and I said, is this a hint to them saying Villains Land is coming? I mean, and we overlooked it.
Mickey's Not So Scary has never had villains just roaming the park.
Yep.
Like, Disney's smart. You know, and people were starting to think of it, but then people online would be like, no. They totally will never do it.
Because Disney fans are very much the same breed as Taylor Swift fans.
Passionate.
Easter eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Everything she does.
They dissect.
It's an Easter egg that you can dissect. And Disney does the same thing. And that's what makes the fandom fun now.
Yeah.
People seeing, like, you could look at that concept art. You could see something and I could see something totally different.
Yeah.
And guess what? They're both great ideas. And guess what? Disney will probably have a better idea.
Right.
And that's the crazy part.
But like, it's going to be so hard to wait because do you ever see like that scene in The Office and it's like,
it's happening.
It's happening. That's going to be me for like 5 years.
Yeah. Every time we walk there, it's going to be like,
you?
We did it to Tiana's. And that was like a year. We're like, is it ready?
I know.
Is it ready?
I know.
You know?
I know. Villains, Cars Line will be open before that. Or are they going to do it all together?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
They didn't announce any of that.
Yeah.
They said that shovel has already hit dirt. There's no going back.
So does that mean they've started already?
It means they've started clearing already. Mm-hmm. But you can't see it anyway. You know what I mean? You can't see back there.
True.
So once they put the walls up on Big Thunder,
Right.
they're gonna work quick.
So the fifth park thing's gone though. That's what other people think.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now. There's D23 every year.
I mean, they're spending loads just of what they said.
Yes, they
you know?
are. But they've $20 billion in the next 15 years or $15 billion in the next 20 years or whatever the numbers are is a lot of money. So Disney, if anyone could do a fifth park, it's Disney. They don't need to. Their footprints are huge. They have a lot of land to use. Why not just make Magic Kingdom a destination? Because you know how many people are going to go, I'm going to Villains Land.
Right.
Just like I say, I'm going to Coco.
But just like we saw somebody, this is totally off topic, I think he was from Tokyo, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
In Orlando. And he's like, no, this is like the best park, isn't it? Like everyone comes to Orlando. And then like when you go to Orlando all the time, you think opposite.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to go to Tokyo.
Yeah. Or like just Disneyland. Like I
Yeah.
think the top park is Disneyland, even though I've never been there.
Yeah.
It was Walt's Park.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
the history alone of walking down Main Street where Walt walked
Right.
and had that vision and had
Yeah.
that dream for Disney fans.
Yeah. And
And-
it is huge for them. I just want to touch base on this.
Yep.
To have the first Walt animatronic.
And
I mean,
it's got to
technology.
be perfect.
Right. And Disney heard, like, people have been asking, they've been throwing it around, but technology finally caught up to them where they can deliver.
It's going to be perfect.
And you know it's going to be perfect because look at these animatronics we have now.
It's Walt. It's
so, like,
got to
it kind
be
of gives me chills,
perfect.
though, to be in Disneyland. Like, that's perfect.
Yeah. And we're planning to take our first trip there.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to do. I want to go to Disneyland.
And I feel like, and everyone says once you go there, you'll see, you'll understand it.
Yep.
You know?
And I want to go there.
Yeah.
And even if it's for 3 days, I just want to go experience it.
Yeah, it's smaller. You mean
Because-
you definitely need this it.
Because I want to go to Walt's Park. But the vision of Disney, this is why I believe in Disney World. This is why I believe in Disney as a company. You know, every single park's getting something except Epcot. Every single park's getting something. There's a new nighttime parade coming
Oh yeah,
to
that.
Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, it's about time though.
Yep.
They need something like a nighttime parade. It's gonna have like all the Main Street Electrical
Yeah.
Parade. So that'll be awesome.
Yeah, and then you have the fireworks.
you need it,
there,
though.
But that's another little touch.
Right.
That's not blowing the money, right?
yeah.
But it's something that's gonna enhance the
Get
park.
people. Yeah.
Like we get there at
'Cause-
night and you're waiting for happily ever
Yeah,
after.
because you go all the time and you're like, oh, it's all right. We'll just come back late tomorrow. You
Yeah.
know, it'll make people want to be there and
Mhm.
stay and not be just like
You watch
"Eh."
the parade, watch happily ever after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Disneyland's going to do their 70th anniversary this year.
Oh my god.
So I'm sure that's going to be fun.
And
That
that-
logo, I love the logo.
When does that start?
I think January.
Because I would like to go during that.
Oh yeah, they said 2025, so I believe January.
I would like to go during that.
The
But
logo's awesome.
Villains Land being confirmed, I think, is the
That took
biggest
the night.
piece of news for Disney because
And
it's-
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. was the surprise, like
I'm
shocking
happy.
moment.
I'm just so shook, but I mean that's huge news too.
It's huge news. There's huge news all around Disney
Yeah.
World. Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you like what you hear, please hit like, subscribe. If you're listening on audio, give us a 5-star review. We will be back in 2 weeks. We have a new vlog coming out next week. A Topolino's dinner review. So we hope you enjoyed that. Nicole had a little bit too much to drink, but we did get recognized. So
Yes.
that was amazing. But we had a great time at Topolino's, and we hope you enjoyed that vlog coming out next week. But until next time,
Keep believing in the magic.
peace out.